Boy, that is so true. I ain't got time to think about money, although everybody's thinking about it nowadays. I think what I want to say to complete 2.5 years of being on this radio show and making the difference that I'm committed to make is that, life is pretty short, and you got to do the dance the best way you know how. And you got to be unstoppable when there's no agreement, and you got to have a plan when you can't figure it out. And you got to have something to say when there's nothing to say. And you got to be the leader that you need to be when there's no leadership left. So it's all about doing the dance of life, and we all get to the same place. We all die at the end of it. So it's like, how big do you want to play? You can sit around and complain, you can bitch and holler and do all kinds of things. But the truth is, you are the only person who has a say in how your life turns out. And you have to get straight about that. And if you don't like the way your life is, change it. And if you think you can't, find somebody that can and help and ask for help getting there. Look, what's next for all of us is so big, so huge, we can't do it by ourselves. We have to come together. We have to agree on a direction, and then we got to fight to stay in that direction long enough to get it done. We have a new community that we're putting together. It's called, the world politics. We have a new way of dealing with money, a new way of dealing with fossil fuel, a new way of dealing with the presidency, we have a new way of dealing with the cabinet. We have a new way of doing all kinds of things. We have a new group of white hairs coming in, and they're going to manage everything for the kids that come up behind us. We have a whole new technology out there and a whole new level of responsibility, not only for fossil fuel, but for how we're using up the planet. You've got to get straight with yourself. It's not going to happen by someone else. It's going to happen because of what you do, what you say, where your integrity is, and what you're committed to. So you got to stop waiting for somebody else to do it, and you got to do it. There isn't anybody else in charge. You are. So with that, I really want you to get my greatest acknowledgement thank goes out to my listeners. I do what I do in order to make a difference here on the planet. Without your listening, without your phone calls, without your emails, I wouldn't know that my efforts were making a difference. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in each week. It's been a privilege to have been in your life, and I sincerely appreciate your allowing me to teach what I've learned. And I only ask one thing in return, is that you teach what you've learned by tuning in each week to anybody you can. Help me make an even bigger difference on the planet, okay? So our weekly talks here on the radio with thousands of our closest friends have meant a lot to me. I want you to know that. I mean, it's been a phenomenal experience, okay? And to end the show, I want to remind you of something that that we've spoken of frequently in the last 100+ shows. It's like you have a choice in life. You can complain about your life, or you can create a life you love. No matter what your life circumstances, you have the power to choose what you want in that life. So choose it. Be unstoppable in getting it. And if you need help, ask for it. If there's something you want, ask for it. If you don't know how, ask for help. You're not supposed to know where you're going to go, where you're going next. You're supposed to just go there. Remember, like a child does, okay? So it's been really cool. Now, my website is still going to be going strong, www.claynelsonlifebalance.com. I've got outrageous materials there. I've got a whole bunch of free stuff going on there. Go to the free page. There's all kinds of things you can get for nothing. All you have to do is push a button, and it gets delivered to your computer for free. And all you got to do is print it out. It just costs whatever the paper costs and the ink costs. I've got CDs out that are discounted down to the actual cost of production. And those CD series are absolutely phenomenal. You can get just about anything you want. You can answer any question you want, especially in today's economy. The Getting Started series you can go forward with. Taking Care of Me series you can go forward with. And Building Your Future series. Also, like I said last week, I've got some rental property. I've got some rooms for rent that I want to rent some rooms out because my kids have all moved out. So I want to make sure I've got people in Santa Barbara, nice place to live, and they're beautiful properties. I've got all kinds of things that I'm going to be doing in the future, and I'd like you all to follow me and see what kind of trouble I get into. So it's going to be pretty cool, all right? So I want to thank you for listening over the last 2.5 years. I really appreciate you being here. Normally now I would say listen to me, or actually you can say, my last show is going to be tonight at 10 o'clock, and then the very last show is going to be on Sunday from 12 to 1. So really take a listen to this show. I've had a lot of fun writing it. I've had a lot of fun getting complete with it. It's been an honor. So I thank you very much. So I am Clay Nelson. This is the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour on KZSB AM 1290 in Santa Barbara. If you want to keep